Good morning.
There's one map that always kind of piques my curiosity in CS, and that's Office. It's mainly because the map hasn't been updated in years and years, and yeah, it still has a very decent cult following. Now, I randomly did play a game recently and met a couple of guys who strictly play Office. It's kind of weird, but I really enjoy it, and that's pretty much the only map I've been playing for a couple weeks now. So in the background is me just playing a bunch of games with these people, and I'm just going to kind of explain how the map works, why it's so different to all the other maps, and possibly why the map hasn't been changed in so long, and why it probably will never see an update like we did on maps like Inferno or Dust 2 or Nuke or any of those maps. It always feels like Valve is neglecting this game, specifically this map, but really, this map has been around since the original Counter-Strike and has stayed the whole time. And it's still around now, and it's a test of time. They gotten rid of so many maps. They gotten rid of Italy, Aztec. All those old defusal maps are gone. But Office stayed. The hostage map. The game mode nobody plays. It's still here, it's still kicking, and it's still loved by a decent amount of players. And Valve must know that. They must see it somewhere in their feed. I don't know how this kind of stuff works, but they can obviously tell that this is a very loved map, and it's for a good reason. It's just fun, and it's a different experience. It's very close quarters. Shotguns actually are a very viable weapon to have, but at the same time, snipers can be just as viable. The map is truly diverse. Did I mention it's one-sided as well? This map is ridiculously one-sided in favor of the T's, but I feel like that's also part of what makes this map so special. It's so one-sided that it feels like you really are forced to work hard as a CT to get those round wins as a team. And that's all CSGO is about. It's that intense, sweaty-ass teamwork that you just can't get enough of. And since I'm talking about how the map works, let's explain the actual layout of the map itself. So this is a map overview of Office, and just to clarify exactly what we're looking at, if you're unfamiliar with the map, up top here, that's going to be your T-spawn, down below is your CT. I'll try and have pictures on the right side of my screen to help show what exactly you're going to be looking at to make this more coherent to you guys. But again, as I was saying earlier, this map is very diverse, and you can use virtually any weapon in this map, and it'll still be very viable to use. So let's visualize that we're a CT pushing in to the T-spawn. The main is to get into their spawn is only 2. And they're very tight doorways. You have one right here, and you have one up here. Now because of this, it's very smart to actually have the T's use up all the utility they possibly can. Utility, to me on Office, is more important than any other map. Obviously, utility is important for every game you play, but this one, Molotovs and smoke grenades are super important to try and run down the clock so that CTs have to rush and stupid plays. So those spots that I just circled are generally smoked off by the T's, which I have indicated by these gray blobs here that I have. That's going to be our smoke for today. And I don't want to go into too much detail about every little thing that you do on Office, but the only point I'm trying to make is that if a CT is trying to push in through that smoke that are so close range that shotguns are actually a very viable thing to use. And if you're in long haul, which is up here, if a T camps where this smoke is, you get a very nice shot for anybody you there. Then obviously M4s or AKs are always going to be good no matter which way you go. SMGs for CTs are very good because you still maintain that very good accuracy while you're running, so it might be smart to get an SMG, try and push in to paper, and just try and pick out whoever you can to grab any hostages that are spawned in these locations. So again, a quick overview is that CTs can only push through 2 specific corridors that are heavily guarded by the Ts at all times, hopefully, unless you have the shit teammates. And what makes Office such a special map, in my opinion, is that you can use any gun and it'll always be a good choice. There's no real wrong weapon to have. But that's all I got.